Hey everyone, this is James with WSTrades.com. I want to talk about using ThinkorSwim and ThinkScript to actually put a buy arrow or a long signal on your chart. So let's just say you are wanting to create a new study or a new strategy and you actually want an arrow plotted on the chart to tell you when to go long or when to buy. I want to talk about how to code that here in ThinkScript. So I'm in ThinkorSwim right now. Going to the upper right to the studies button, I'm going to click that, and then I'm going to click edit studies. And I'm going to use Bollinger Bands here as an example. So in the smaller search box here in the upper left of this window, just start to type out Bollinger there. Go ahead and double click Bollinger Bands, and then it populates over here on the right under added studies and strategies. So we're going to grab the code from the Bollinger Bands, and we're going to kind of use that to create our long entry or our buy signal. So go ahead and right click on it here and then click View Sources, and that will actually pull up the ThinkScript editor. So here's the actual code for the Bollinger Bands. So what I'm going to do here is just select all of this code or copy and drag and get all of that selected. And then I'm going to right click and click copy. All right, then I'm going to cancel out of that. And I'm going to come over to the strategies tab here in the smaller window. Then I'm actually going to click create. So I'm going to be creating new strategy 0. That's fine. It's just a test name. And it's actually got an add order mechanism already in here, but I'm going to wipe that out. I'm just going to paste in my Bollinger Band code. Okay, so there it is. That's pretty much the same thing that we saw before, just the Bollinger Bands on the chart. So we're going to go in here and we're actually going to edit this to get our buy arrow plotted. So I'm going to pull some code here. I had it in a notepad. So let me dump this in and then I will explain what the code is doing. All right, it's in there. So I'm going to be defining a couple conditions and actually plotting the arrow on the chart once those two conditions are met. So first I'm going to say DEF space condition 1. So I'm defining condition 1, and then I have the equal sign. And then I'm going to say the close of the price is greater than a moving average. So this is an exponential moving average, and you can see here length is 200. And then I have a semicolon to end that line. So again, defining condition 1, setting that equal to the close is greater than moving average exponential, price equaling high, length equaling 200. And then I also have another condition defined here. So that's DEF space condition 2, and that is equaling to close crosses below the lower band. So kind of what I'm looking for here is the price to close below the lower Bollinger Band, but also the price to be above the 200-day exponential moving average. So I'm kind of wanting those two conditions to be true for me to plot a buy arrow on the chart. So here's my plot. Right below that, we have plot space condition 3. So we're calling our plot condition 3, and that is equal to condition 1 and condition 2. You got a semicolon at the end of that line as well. So pretty much that's just making sure that condition 1 is true and condition 2 is true. If that's the case, then we're going to have condition 3. And the last line here actually plots the arrow on the chart. So we're saying condition 3 dot set painting strategy, and we have painting strategy dot boolean underscore arrow underscore up, and then we have a semicolon there at the end of that line as well. So that's pretty much going to put our arrow on the chart when condition 3 is true, which means that condition 1 and condition 2 are true. So let's go ahead here and just hit OK. And then we have that on the chart. Let's remove the original Bollinger Band study here. So I'm going to hit an X there, and we're just going to have our new strategy 0 here on the chart. I'm going to click apply, and I'm going to click OK. And then bam, you see a couple yellow arrows here plotted on the chart. So, you know, if you wanted to get a long entry signal when the price is above that 200-day exponential moving average, and also when the lower band or the lower Bollinger Band here is broken, that's where you get these little plots. And on this chart, I only have 4 plots right here on SPY in this section of the daily chart. But that's how you would get an arrow, specifically a buy arrow plotted on your chart if you want to create a new study or a new strategy. So if you thought this was useful information here in this video, please like this video. Please also subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Appreciate you for taking the time to watch this. Talk to you soon.